Yo, it's Sway.
Sway.
Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
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 Only on Shade 45.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Yeah. Bitches.
I got a lot of grief for that song. They said, "Where's the music?" There wasn't enough music.
Your voice was the music.
Your voice was just an instrument in itself, and
Oh, thank you.
it's a rare when you have these songs that they become timeless, and every time you hear them, no matter how many times you hear them, they impact you a certain way. Do they do the same for you? Like when you hear that song, do you remember being in the studio? What motivated?
Well, I know what. No, because I arranged it and I worked on it. I wanted to make the voice like a whisper and a very tender sound, so that people who were driving in their cars they would feel like somebody was whispering in their ear. So we actually used a special effect on it, like to make the S's pop more. It's not a DS, or maybe it is a DS, or you turn it the other way and it has a lot of hiss.
A de-esser? Yeah. Okay.
So that it can make a lot of hiss, and also I wanted it to be sparse. It didn't take a lot of music, because if you have something with that much sentiment, you don't want to, give it welly, as they say, everything you got, because it's just overkill. Yeah. And I thought, for me, in that moment, in that song, I was actually learning the power of a whisper. Because there is a power to that.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Cyndi Lauper is here. I'm going to open up your the phone lines. Saturday nights at 9 p.m. on WeTV, still so unusual. You get an inside look of her everyday life. Your husband, who's been a trooper in your life, obviously. I saw one of the clips where you gave him credit for even raising your son.
He does, though, because he's home.
Yeah.
And then I come home, I'm the good cop sometimes. We play good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Sometimes we switch, He's 15.
Yeah.
I think that teenagers really need you home. I keep trying to find that job where I don't have to travel as much.
Yeah, I'm flying to see mine this weekend. I got a 14-year-old. We got Trap on the line from Virginia, so I know it's a girl. So, geez, imagine that. Trap, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, Miss Lauper.
Hey,
Sway,
how you doing?
Of course, it's a salute to you, Sway.
Oh, thank you.
Miss Lauper, I just wanted to say thank you. It was about 4 or 5 years ago you participated in a benefit for my uncle. He was dying of cancer, and you came and performed, and he's now healthy, and he's doing extremely well. So when I heard your voice on Shade 45, which is typically uncharacteristic of where I would find you to thank you, but I'm glad you're participating in the hip-hop community.
I love hip-hop, and I mean, the rhythm of it. Sometimes some of the songs hurt my feelings because women, it's not really women-friendly sometimes.
Any artists that you like in particular, hip-hop artists?
I like Nicki Minaj a lot.
Wow.
My son went through all the hip-hop stuff with me, I think, and he showed me that 50's voice is kind of butter smooth,
50 Cent.
Yeah. He got a really smooth sound to his voice. I still like Snoop Dogg because he makes me laugh, I can't take him that seriously, And, I listen to some of the stuff. I actually think that Lil Wayne has written some very powerful things.
Wow.
And about his life. When he writes about his life, I think that is the most powerful thing. I think Eminem has very powerful things that he writes about. I think, though, unfortunately, the industry itself makes you not be able to write about issues. They don't want issues out there, so they make the kids write about sex and violence.
Yeah.
So that impacts the young African-American women and in a way that they feel is a little negative. So I think, it's still fairly young.
Yeah.
It'll grow. It'll grow and turn. Everything changes, so it'll turn around. I tried to use hip-hop in my Hat Full of Stars CD.
Yeah.
So I tried to combine everything, but my record company at that time thought I had lost my mind.
Yeah, that was too progressive for them, as it tends to be. We got Richard on the line from Miami. Go ahead, Rich.
Hey, Sway, good morning to y'all, man. Miss Lauper, good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Say hello to Cyndi Lauper.
This is Cyndi. Hey, I wanted to say thank you, man, for all the music you've been making, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, I was born and raised in Africa. I used to listen to your music from the 80s till I came over here.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Well,
great.
thank
So I
you.
really wanted to just call and say thank you for everything you were doing, man, and keep it up.
Thank you. Where are you from in Africa?
Gambia. West
Gambia.
Africa.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thanks for your call, Rich. Yeah, you got a lot of fans. Tim is in St. Louis. What did you want to ask Cyndi Lauper?
A couple years ago, she put out a blues album, and I was curious how well that did.
It was the best-selling blues album that year, and it was nominated for a Grammy.
Memphis Blues.
Memphis Blues,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Memphis. And I went to the not the Human Rights Museum, the Civil Rights Museum.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually learned something I never knew. I learned all about the Soul Front. I had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
Well, the Soul Front was that they were putting all the young African American boys up front, and the pain in the butt young white lieutenants up there too.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't care if they got it first. Basically.
Yeah.
So I think it was pretty interesting to learn all this stuff. And then I went into the studio with these really amazing older musicians like Lester Snell and Charles Pitts, who unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
And honestly, because he had no health insurance, he was going to the hospital, the emergency room as his doctor, and they missed the cancer. Of course, they missed the cancer.
Wow.
It was just the whole setup was messed up. And Howard Grimes, who was the drummer, worked with Willie Mitchell most of his life, and then they worked with Isaac Hayes, and I said, man, this is the thing. Yeah. And actually, Charles Pitts said to me, they didn't know who I was, which was really good.
Cool.
Well, because Howard Grimes said, and he was Southern. Well, you had this song called Girls Wanting Fun.
Yeah.
My granddaughter said something. But this music, when you make this music, everyone will be waiting to hear this. And I kept saying, from your lips to God's ears.
Yeah.
And so I didn't say much about anything, and I kind of felt badly saying anything to them, but I had to eventually guide them because Lester Snell came out. He was the keyboard player, and he said, Sin, you got to get the big stick out and bang it. But I felt bad because of all they had gone through. Now, no, a lot of people, white people don't realize because they listen to the music, but they don't realize that, they were treated badly. They had to walk in the back way. I can't even imagine what segregation must have been like. I imagined when I was a kid and I saw it, how messed up I thought it was because, I was on the crazy people's side there.
Yeah.
And they were, I was scared. I was scared of them because I didn't understand the whole thing. So, that's why when I sang with them, I listened and I tried to make it an otherworldly thing.
Yeah.
And it was one of the highlights in my life to work with them, and work with, my God, he's coming up on his birthday, Alan Toussaint.
Wow.
I mean,
How old will he be?
man,
No.
Who knows?
Who knows, right? All right.
I don't care. He plays like anything. It's just awesome how he plays.
Cyndi, our time is running short now.
All right, I'm a blabbermouth.
No. I love this, but promise me you'll come back.
Well, I didn't even know you guys were over here.
Yeah,
My
man,
God.
come on, hang
I'm
out with
over
us.
by Larry all the time. I come over here.
Thank you.
Come hang
We
out
love
with us.
Larry. We love Larry Flick and Out Cuba. Come see us.
Come see us.
Absolutely.
Come hang out. We got a ton of questions. Our audience would love to ask you as well. But you guys make sure you watch WeTV Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Still so unusual.
Yes.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it looks funny.
It is funny
Yeah.
because you're trying to be, these crazy things happen.
Yeah.
And I love comedy. I wanted to do comedy, a scripted comedy. And then I realized my life is a comedy, so you may as well just film that.
There it is. Cyndi Lauper, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.